Hey everyone, it's Matt Crone and Mark Coletta here from Bettors Delight. We just wanted to start out this episode thanking our sponsors over at Blue Chew for their sponsorship this week, and we just wanted to talk about it a little bit, what they offer. Mark, I know you know a little bit about Blue Chew, right?
Yeah, I mean, whenever you're looking for that extra confidence, when it's time to have fun, Blue Chew's right there. That's what you go to. It's a unique online experience. It delivers the same active ingredients as Viagra and Cialis, but in chewable form at the fraction of the cost.
Yeah, these tablets help men combat all forms of ED. It's an easy online prescription service, so no visits to the doctor's office, no awkward conversations like Mark on Better's Delight, and no waiting in line at the pharmacy, which I know I hate waiting in lines. Mark, how about
I,
yourself?
I hate going to the pharmacy, so it works for both things. One of the best things is that it's chewable. Who likes taking pills? It's almost like those, Vita Chews you used to take as a kid, but instead of getting vitamins, this time you're given vitamin D.
Yeah, and Blue Chew tablets are made in the USA and they prepare and ship direct, so it's cheaper than any pharmacy. So this just completely takes out the pharmacy realm. It's great. You sit at your computer all day like me and Mark when we're recording Better's Delight, talking about Blue Chew. It's easy for us just to sign on and order it.
Super discreet. No one needs to know. None of your friends, your girlfriends, your wives, side chicks. Nobody needs to know.
All right, that's specific. And here's a special deal for our listeners: try Blue Chew free when you use a promo code DELIGHT at checkout. Just pay $5 shippings. That's BlueChew.com. Promo code DELIGHT to receive your first month free.
What is up, everybody? Episode 83, Better's Delight here, ready to go, back at it, and sort of back in form, if we're being perfectly honest. Three out of four losing weeks on the podcast. Mark, myself, Mike. Mark, still gigantic lead, but the only person to go positive is the man in tie-dye, Macron.
I'm positive. We're all positive. We're being positive, and I don't know my blood type. I'm sure it's positive, but
I mean, it
I'm
might not
happy.
be.
Universal donor. O negative, right? What's universal donor? I don't know.
I don't
I
know.
think you're right.
I just know it from that one episode of The Office when he says it. But yeah, great 1.8 something week. I hit a few bets in there. Jack Sock won. He's always getting me some plus units. I felt good. I feel good. I got the music. It's the Grateful Dead episode, the Dead and Company show coming up. I got my
It's not.
gear on, my forever grateful jersey hanging in the rafter. Shout out Phil Lesh, number 12 for some reason on the back of that jersey. But yeah, no, it's I'm ready. I'm ready for another good week. It's gonna be a good week, baby. Sunshine daydreams. Let's go.
To be fair, there's nobody else on the podcast that knows what you're talking about.
Not
I
wrong.
bet your guys' favorite song is "Touch of Grey."
That's the only song I know. Uh,
You poser, dude.
I mean, I'll gladly be a poser, dude.
It's still a jam. It's everyone. I love it because it's still a
Yeah,
great song. Like I don't mind it, but
I
you know
sure.
it
Yeah,
made the top charts for a reason.
Yeah, I guess I don't know. I don't know how charts work.
I didn't find any Bovada Dead and Company like what's their first song they're gonna play at Citizens Bank. I'm
I
I'm
don't
hoping
think.
for Jack Straw. I think they'll open with that. That'd be a strong. It's a Sunday show, so we'll probably hear Samson and Delilah. If I
I
had to
don't
guess,
think. I don't
Yeah.
think BovadaSportsbook.com has live concert
What's the
wagering.
line for you
Unfortunately,
moving down to the field?
0.
uh, you never
Plus
see me at a
400.
dead show. You never sit in your own seats at a dead show. It just never happens. So
Never happens.
But I'm
Never
just,
ever
yeah,
happens.
you just bop around. You have a good time.
Nobody's-
It's gonna be a nice little Sunday. We saw a rainbow last year. That was pretty cool. Hoping to see a rainbow this year.
I remember you
Rainbows
did
are
send a
sweet.
picture of that.
Did you
It
know
was a sick
rainbows are
rainbow.
actually just full circles?
I mean,
Oh, man.
unbelievable.
No, but you know it's just a circle, so there is actually no end to the rainbow.
It doesn't
actually
go
just
around the globe. Is that what you're saying?
No, but in one area, it's just a giant circle. It's not a half moon. It's not a circle. It's a circle, not a half moon.
Speaking of coming full circle, Mark, back in the negatives. Not that negative, but back in the negatives.
Not too bad.
Sorry.
Yeah.
On our screen, sorry, Mark. Don't mean to cut you off, but our producer Chris did put rainbows are actually full circles per the National Geographic Society of Rainbow Enhancement. So thank you, Chris. Go ahead.
Rainbow enhancement.
I'm not gonna lie. I think I can't decide whether it's one of my favorite parts or least favorite parts that Matt gets all of these random facts correct. And I always I'm like, no, there's no way. There's no way. And then he's always correct. I still think you're wrong, but you've never been wrong through 83 episodes.
I mean, that's just factually inaccurate.
That's wrong.
No, with one of those random facts. I mean, he's always wrong, but random facts, Matt, he's 100 for 100.
We're gonna cut that sound bit just where you say I'm always right. That's gonna be used from now on.
100%. Mike, you just barely trailed Mark last week. 3.6 in the negative.
I can't find the winners right now. I just keep going down 3 units every week. Right around going 500 in picks, but the units were down. So we're working on it. We'll figure it out.
What part of it was Sean Strickland getting sent to the absolute shadow realm?
Imagine saying you're going to wrestle and then not even give it any of attempt and then get knocked out within a minute and a half.
I mean, it was obvious that he was never going to wrestle. It's not his style.
Yeah, well. I just can't. I don't know. I can't find the winners. I don't know what to tell you.
Fell into that trap again.
The Stars got robbed.
No. So somebody in one of the comments asked if anybody has any USFL actual knowledge, and no, that's why we didn't make any picks on it pretty much for the entire season.
I watched the first couple games, and the Stars were horrible, and then I didn't watch it after.
But
horrible enough.
If you guessed what would happen, Greg, you would have. Yeah, you would have guessed it.
So I was kind of messing around Sunday night, looking for something to watch. The Phillies were on, but then I was like, or what was it? It was Sunday night, and I was like, oh, you know what? That championship game's got to still be on. Let me just go check it out. We'll just see. It's Philadelphia, even though it's not really Philadelphia. It's Philadelphia via Birmingham, and I was like, oh, I'll turn it on. And Birmingham had just kicked a field goal to go up by 3 to break the tie, and I was like, all right, there's 3 minutes left. Let's see if we can get a good drive going. We'll see what happens. Kickoff, guy catches the kickoff return, gets bowled over by his own guy. He had a clear lane. That guy's he's going 99 to the house, right? 99 to the house. Bowled over by his own guy. First play from scrimmage. Stanford great. KJ Costello, pick six. Pick six, Scooby Wright all day.
See, what you said was, or the way you said it, I must have misread because I thought you said that we were still up 3. So I thought it was even worse of a bad beat for me.
No.
So I must have misread that part. Either way, awful loss.
Not a good one. Not a good one at all.
Typical Philadelphia type of loss, though, for sure.
Oh, couldn't have drawn it up any better if you're a Philadelphia fan of any of the sports teams.
Especially if you're from Alabama. Birmingham specifically.
Well, they won the title. Scooby Wright.
Yeah, but imagine being a Philadelphia Stars fan instead.
I saw that weird Philly fan that paints his face was actually at the game. He painted his face in a Philly Stars logo instead of
the guy who wears the shoulder pads.
Yeah, I think he wears shoulder. Yeah, he's at the game tonight.
I saw him at the Phillies game when I was there.
So did I.
He was at the championship game for the Stars with the face paint on and everything. At first, I was like, "What event is this dude at?" When I saw his TikTok, I was like, "I don't recognize those colors." Boom, Connecticut. Where's the Hall of Fame?
Canton,
Ohio.
Connecticut, Ohio. But
he's literally at every event. It's unbelievable.
Yeah,
was
he at the hot dog? He was painted as a hot dog. He just got a really good spray tan.
Skin of a hot dog.
Came out looking like Snooki.
Did you see that Joey Chestnut thing?
Yes.
Wow, he just jacked that dude up?
And he still kept going.
Yeah, he ate 67 hot dogs still.
I mean...
I saw a meme, and it's bad that we're not crediting it, but it was... it said Joey Chestnut the next day, and it was Harry from Dumb and Dumber on the toilet. It was like Joey Chestnut on July 5th, where he's got his legs up in the air and he's like,
I mean, you've already knocked the microphone over once. I can't imagine you're not going to kick it this time. Yeah, no, I got it.
My leg armpits are sweaty.
Weird.
Yeah.
Never heard him call that either.
What would you call the place behind your knees? Your leg armpits.
You could just call them leg pits.
Yeah, but I feel like you don't really know what you're trying to get across if you just call them a leg pit.
Now I'm super. I just want to figure out what to call them.
I feel like the listeners. This is up there on Marshmallow Talk.
This is bad. Yeah, I don't want to.
Trying to figure out what your leg armpit is called because it's sweating. Yeah, that's gross.
I'm just seeing back of your knee. There's a technical term here. Posterior knee.
Your knee.
Posterior knee.
What's the thing that's called, Mike? While you're looking that up, look up the thing at the end of a shoelace. What's that called?
That's an aglet. Come on, dog.
Okay, aglet.
Come on. You've never seen Phineas and Ferb? You kidding me?
I don't even know how to
pronounce that. Pop goes the weasel. Fesna.
I don't think any of those words were right.
Is it Vecna?
It might be.
No.
Looks like
I dare you. Speaking of, there is an outstanding bet. We need to settle it. However, one person on the show, not going to name names, has been a little delinquent on being able to watch Stranger Things. No point. There's no pointing.
Nobody knows who you're pointing at.
It's the guy wearing the hat.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a good point.
All five of us, even producer Chris, are wearing a hat.
Random hat episode. We will settle that bet next week. That person will finish the show before next week's taping. I can promise that. So
no spoilers. I fell asleep during the last 45 minutes. I was kind of over it by the last 45 minutes in the last episode.
I still think it was really good, but you were, I don't want to say it, but you were spot on with what you said prior to watching it.
Trust me, I know.
But yeah, I still think it was pretty good though.
Rest in peace, Rudy.
Yeah, absolutely.
It was like 4 seasons ago.
It was literally season 1, and not even the finale. Like 6 episodes in.
At least he got that sack.
Hey, dude, get the bag where you can.
All the Demogorgons carried him off the field.
Oh,
that's
man.
terrible.
I don't know how to make that the title of the show, but God, that was funny.
Just an image.
Yeah, just a picture of Rudy getting carried off.
A bunch of fully cooked hot dogs carrying Sean Astin off of a football field. We need an artist, dude.
We really do. If we had a talented friend.
Yeah, the guy that did Calvin and Hobbes.
That's incredible.
Jim Waters? No, yeah. Jim Watterson? I don't think so. It doesn't matter.
I'm going to figure it out. I'll find someone on the internet.
Did Jim Watterson do Garfield? He might have did Garfield.
This guy's name's Bill Watterson.
Bill Watterson. Close enough.
Yeah,
Who's the guy that did Garfield?
That was just a Stouffer's marketing ploy for lasagna.
Now we're back on mac and cheese.
Jim Davis. So
Jim Davis.
You mix two the button. You combine them.
Listen, there's two. You talk about Scholastic book fairs. There's 2 books I would ever buy, and it was either the Garfield book that had like 1,000 comic strips in it, or the Calvin and Hobbes books that had like 1,000 comic strips in it. That's all I ever bought.
Who wrote
from
Dilbert?
Those book fairs. I don't think that's a guy. Isn't he a canceled guy? No, maybe not canceled.
I don't know. The only thing I ever bought from Scholastic book fairs were I have like a spider car poster in my bedroom. I don't even like cars. I'm like, yeah, this looks cool.
Yeah.
I got a Shaq poster.
Man, I always went Guinness Book of World Records and Captain Underpants. Those were classics.
Oh,
that's a good one. The Scholastic book fair talk. The book fair posters was how I first originally was like, yeah, I don't care about cars at all, because people would go and you'd see the car posters like hung up in the library and they'd be like, oh, check this one out, and I'd be like, this does nothing for me.
Give me the Antoine Randall L.
I have like a random poster of like it's like Ray Lewis,
Keith Bullware, and just Suggs.
And Suggs just in my room at our parents' house, just random posters that I got there. San Antonio Holmes probably posters, something like that.
I have a Jason Kidd when he had hair in my bedroom, my childhood bedroom.
I remember that.
That's
I used to do the
can play.
What was the youth magazine? The youth sports magazine? Was it just ESPN
Sports
Kids?
Illustrated for youth.
Sports Illustrated for Kids. I used to just use those as posters.
those were great.
The fold-outs where it was 4 pages.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
The monthly poster every time.
I think that's where I got my Scotty Too Hottie / Grandmaster Sexy.
I don't think it was in Sports Illustrated for Kids.
I'm telling you, because the front side is Scotty Too Hottie and the back side is Grandmaster Sexy. Of course, I got Scotty Too Hottie showing out.
Yeah,
that's what's tough when they put 2 good ones on the front and back.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
You got to put it on a window.
So the outside people can see Scotty. So every time the mailman drives by, he's like, "Is that Grandmaster?"
I don't know. I mean, to be fair, at that point, I think you have to put Scotty Too Hottie on the outside.
Yeah, he deserves
have to.
it.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Do you think was his hair real, or was it one of those fake,
attached to the hat?
one of those visors that has like the spiked up hair?
It's definitely a visor. I'm gonna guess.
Shout out Too Cool.
I think it was real. Actually, Too Cool got the absolute shaft when Rikishi got elected into the Hall of Fame for the WWE. They never mentioned Too Cool. Never brought them up. Made no sense. They showed the dance. I don't know how to do the dance. I don't remember the dance exactly.
Yeah,
that was gifable.
That's not it.
What is that?
I'm sitting. It's hard to do the dance.
Get up and
now I'm
do
going
it.
to go.
Get up and do it.
I'm not getting up and doing it. But it's so funny. Now, the reason why I haven't been watching Stranger Things is because I've been watching old episodes of WCW Thunder. So
because I've been watching Rikishi dance.
No.
Just on YouTube.
I'm in like old WCW mode, watching random episodes while Ernest the Cat Miller fights like Norman Smiley. It's ridiculous. The NWO has like 700 people, so you know it's when WCW started going downhill. There's like 1,000 people in the NWO.
Dennis Rodman.
He's not there yet. I'm sure he might have already actually been there. That's how far past we are.
Are they about to put the belt on what's his name? Damn it. David Arquette? Yeah.
No, I don't think so. Shout out Ready to Rumble, one of the best movies of all time.
We should everyone pause the episode here. Go watch Ready to Rumble. We will give you time. We will sit here and wait while you watch it for 2.5 hours. and then when you come back, we will be ready to talk about it. Because I don't want to spoil it. We're not doing spoilers.
That's true.
Can't.
Non-spoiler episode.
Yeah.
Why do we have to wait 2.5 hours if they're pausing it?
so people can watch
the movie. Yeah.
We'll all watch it in real time.
We are watching it right now.
Yeah, we're going to live watch along.
Chris is going to put it on his screen. We should do that should be instead of week 1 of the NFL, we'll just do Ready to Rumble.
Dude, NFL is kind of close. I saw it's a month away from NFL preseason. So
yeah,
right now, since we're in like the very pit of sports, it feels like.
I mean, yeah, we have a very lackluster lineup for the number of sports.
10 Sundays till week 1.
I'll take preseason.
Almost single digits.
We can always gamble on preseason football. Boys.
Yeah, and that's college, like the Akron Zips versus Miami.
Ooh, Northwestern has the best team in Ireland.
Yeah, who are they playing?
Interesting.
The Citadel?
I don't remember right now, but it's in
Galway.
The Akron Zips had a dude, and I can't remember the year, but it had to be between 2002 and 2006. They had this dude. We were playing poker one Thursday night, and the Akron Zips were playing someone else in the MAC. This dude had the biggest shoulder pads and neck roll and a dark tinted visor. He was the scariest looking dude I've ever seen in my life. And in reality, he was like a MAC linebacker, so he was probably like 6'2", like 225, but just jacked.
They should bring back the large shoulder pads.
They
Nebraska.
should.
Okay, so they're not playing in Ireland. They're playing in Nebraska.
Nope, they are
Mark.
playing in Dublin.
That'll be great for all the Ireland fans over there. We got Northwestern versus Nebraska.
Hey, do you guys want to see the bottom 2 teams out of a 16-team conference? We're bringing them to your house.
If there's one thing I know about Northern Ireland is that they love Nebraska Cornhuskers.
They love the Cornhuskers.
Dude, it's crazy. You can see if you ever Google image it. When Nebraska scores their first touchdown of any home game, there's just a giant red block over top of Northern Ireland because they release the balloons, just like the stadium does. Nobody knows that.
I don't know that reference.
I missed what you said.
Nebraska, when they play home games, everybody in the stands has like a red balloon. They actually stopped it because there's a helium shortage, but
which we're gonna get to that. Let's circle back
that's
to
later.
that.
That's later.
And a custard shortage. We're gonna get to the shortages later.
When they score a touchdown, their first touchdown of the game, everybody in the stadium releases the red balloon and it floats into the sky. The joke made a lot of sense, but
so if they don't score any touchdowns, do they have to hold a balloon?
Just a lot of red
game?
balloons, buddy. Just a lot of red balloons.
What do they just? So they have to. First of all, they could be holding a balloon for 78 minutes.
That's what I'm saying.
That's a long time.
It is a long
They
time.
might be.
What did Nebraska average scoring wise last year?
I wish
do they
I
only
could
do it
tell
on
you.
touchdowns or field goals as well?
I think it's touchdowns.
First of all, this is such a waste of helium.
It really
And
is.
helium's used in like medical procedures. You know,
We're in a
Like,
shortage, Nebraska.
Nebraska was like, we don't care about science and fossil fuels. I don't really understand what they said.
I don't
know. I don't know about that.
the Nebraska pipeline. I don't know. But yeah, no, that shame on Nebraska.
Shame.
Did they do that every game?
I think so, or maybe it's a one game thing.
They
It's
scored
They
scored a good amount of points last year, so they didn't do too bad last year if the tradition was still happening.
How bad? Where'd they finish in the Big Ten last year? Dead last. Yeah, they had a good year though.
No. I just said they had a
highest.
good year of scoring.
Yeah.
All
So in Ireland, they all released Red Bull.
Yes, all right. So now that we've gone fully off track, let's reel it back in and let's get into some picks this week. We'll start in Major League Baseball. Bovada has a good number of games for a little bit of a Thursday slate. Mike, I'll start with you.
Yeah, I am going to start with the Phillies aren't on here, sadly, but I'm going to go with the Dodgers, -1.5, -130. Gonsolin's one of the best pitchers in the NL this year. Possibly we might start the All-Star game, so I'm going to take them.
On my card as well.
Yeah.
Cubs.
The -1.5 as well.
And the Cubs stink.
Cubs do stink. Although
Mark, you saw the Cubs.
Yeah.
You saw the Cubs in person this week.
Yeah, I feel like the last time I was home, I was also in this room. So Wrigley Field is incredible. Very great environment. I can't even imagine what it's like during a playoff run and when they did win the World Series. But yeah, both teams, the Cubs and Red Sox, kind of stink. But it was a good game. Good game. Walk off, or not a walk off, but a game tying home run in the 9th. So that was kind of cool. And that's
There you go.
That's that.
Speaking of the Red Sox +134 on.
I'm
my
on that
card.
as well.
I'm on the
All right.
Yankees, -160, and also -3.5 runs, +205.
I'm feeling a letdown game from Garrett Cole.
I hope not.
Letdown game. That'd be
due
very
for a
bad
bad
for
one.
Mark. All right. Go ahead, Matt. I was going to throw it to you anyway.
I was gonna make a Cole Sprouse joke, but it's okay.
You still could have made it, right?
Nah. I mean, he made it in his career, but that joke wasn't gonna make it. I got the St. Louis Cardinals to lose -200 and to the Atlanta Braves, and -105, -1.5 runs to Atlanta Braves.
I'm also on the Braves -1.5, but
We need
just
some
that
Braves dubs.
I'm on the Cardinals. I don't think we need Braves dubs. Why would we need
Why
Braves
would you want
dubs?
Braves? dubs?
Because we're Cardinals are the team behind us in the wild
It's
card.
June.
It's July, but
Whatever.
It's still
Close enough.
But the Braves, I'd rather the Braves also they got to send it back and forth with losses.
I mean,
Can
right
they
now
tie?
it's a win-win.
I don't think so. But I'm on the Cardinals because the
Oh,
Braves
plus
have to
160
start losing. Yeah, plus +165.
+165.
The Braves have to start losing at some point, hopefully,
You would think that would be
as
the
they're up
case.
2-0 right now.
Well,
Against.
it happens.
The Cardinals still.
Mark, what else do you have in baseball?
I'm just going to do a money line parlay of the Yanks and Dodgers, and that comes out to 121.
All right. I'm also on the San Francisco Giants plus 108 against the Padres. Padres struggling. I know Musgrove's on the mound and he's had a really good year, but the Padres, I feel like they're in like a complete free fall.
The Giants lost their last like 5-2.
Listen,
I'm on the over in that game. I'm just hoping for bats.
I'm more trusting of the Giants and Gabe Kapler than I am of the Padres currently.
Giants I have the over 6.5 minus 115 in that game. They both, as you're saying, they're both struggling. So hopefully they just give up a lot of runs.
Yeah, I agree. My last pick in baseball is also an over. It's White Sox Tigers over 8.5 even money. So
I'm on the White Sox minus 1.5 there. Minus 125. No, 120. Move to 120.
120. Matt, anything else in baseball?
Yeah, I mean, on the Grateful Dead episode, I think it would be stupid not to pick San Francisco plus 108. We have to. Then I'm gonna tie it all together, taking San Francisco plus 108. Then Chicago White Sox, I'm taking them minus 240 money line. And then, so if I'm going to do the Braves, White Sox, Giants, money line parlay, that's plus 342 uni.
Plus 342 uni.
That's the plural of units.
Is it? That's how that works? All right. Well, that works for me. Mike, anything else in baseball, or are you done?
Nope, that's it.
Mark?
All done.
And I'm good, too. So that gives us the ability to move on. Mike, we get into a little bit of tennis, but actually, in reality, let's check in with Mark. Mark, your future, all of your futures on Wimbledon, big dead.
Dead. Some might call it mushing, but I don't think I did. I think she just lost. She lost. She got to the same win total as that other person, like the longest win streak since 98, 99, 37 wins. So it is what it is. Maybe she just got there and gave up. I don't know.
I didn't include that.
I don't think she gave up.
Not gave up, but like mentally.
Oh no!
I didn't include
Are we saying
that
the stats are wrong?
No, I didn't put it in this week. I'll put it in next week.
Oh,
I didn't know she lost already.
So great. So I already have a loss this week. The first ever loss in the next
pre-week
loss.
You were 0-1.
Loss.
Awful. Like my voice right now and throat.
That's not good for you at all, Mark.
No,
my apologies.
But I got
my
a big
apologies
lead.
for bringing it up.
Big lead, so I'm not too worried about it. I got a lot of winners on my notebook for tennis this week. So,
well, give us your first one.
Well, why don't you tell us?
Rafa Nadal.
Tell the fans.
Rafa Nadal. He is the underdog against Nick Kyrgios.
Yes.
Kyrgios.
Kyrgios. You guys are so terrible at everything.
I'm bad at pronouncing.
I always say it wrong, and I feel like I don't know why, but I'm taking Raf plus 125 and plus the 2 at minus 120.
Plus the 2 at minus 120. Go ahead, Mike.
I'm on Rafa plus 125 as well. I mean, his match today was unbelievable.
It's not
he
chalk.
came back
He's the underdog.
and beat Taylor Fritz. Yeah, that's not chalk. But
he's got 17 Grand Slams. It's
14 of them are French, so it doesn't matter here.
Oh, the Grand Slams. Whatever. I know it's not French.
That wasn't even...
I don't know what that was.
If it was Italian, it'd be Grand Salamis. Hey!
Yeah.
He hasn't won Wimbledon since 2010.
Okay, exactly. He's trash.
I still don't think
he's
going to
then how is it chalk?
How many Opens has he won since?
Since
2010. He wins the French Open every year.
Pretty much.
So
because it's clay. That's a clay court.
Correct.
I understand that.
He has won since 2010. He's won the Australian Open last year, and then he's won clay pretty much every time. But then he's won the U.S. Open 3 times. So Wimbledon's the one he hasn't won the most recently.
Kyrgios. That's what I said, isn't it?
Well, I'm also on Rafa plus 125,
Honey Nut.
which I don't like.
Well, I love this because I'm on Honey Nut Kyrgios at minus 150.
Producer Chris just said it's Kyrgios, not Kyrgios.
We're not allowed to talk to producer Chris.
I just referenced him.
Yell at you.
I referenced him.
No,
you can't reference him. MLA format,
so
dude.
Stupid.
Do your podcast
I hate
correctly.
him so much.
Listen.
I hate him so much.
I'm also taking Kyrgios plus 550 to win it outright. The guy is good for the sport of tennis. He is making it fun. There's a hysterical video online. Go look for it where the crowd gets involved. It's great.
He is funny.
That's it. The crowd gets involved. That's why it's funny.
He does have a few funny ones.
So there's one where he serves it and he goes, "Can't buy a first serve," and then everyone laughs. And then he screws up his second serve, and then there's one guy in the crowd, and he's like, "My leg!" From
Did
SpongeBob.
No, there was one. There was one with where like Ben Stiller's in the crowd.
Yeah,
And
and
he says something. He's like, "Do we ask him how to act or something like that?"
He's like, "Do I tell him how to act? Don't tell me how to play tennis."
Yeah.
Like,
Dude, I know it's a different sport. Did you see the one with Bryson DeChambeau this weekend though? He was at a pro-am and he hit a drive like terribly right in Ireland, and everybody's yelling
Normal
four, and then one just goes 5 even.
5 even's a good one. That's a good one. I like that. A little golf chirp.
Yeah, it was
good. I mean, just ridiculous. Mike, anything else in tennis?
Yeah. I'm gonna take Cam Norrie +8, -120. Novak went down 2-0 and then had a miraculous comeback against my guy Yannick Sinner, but I think Norrie can keep it close and cover that, but he'll probably end up losing. But I think he can cover eight games. So,
Matt, anything else in Wimbledon?
yeah, throw Nori to win it all at +3,300 on my board as well. Might as well. Why not? I'm down so much. Might as well get it. There's only 4 people, and one of them has to win, and he's one of them. I mean, he got here for a reason.
I like that too.
It makes sense.
Oh no!
it feels like he's playing defense.
That
feels like a defensive move now. I feel like
that's
take it.
I feel so evil right now.
I mean,
why? It's just how we play the game. There's literally.
I'm gonna take it off my card. Take it off my card.
Nope, it's already on.
That
chess
was straight
piece,
defense.
Hands off the chess piece.
Now you're saying I can go against the rules because I said
no.
it.
I mean, I don't.
I'm saying
I don't
you can't
like
be
the rules.
original. That's what I'm saying.
I know
Well,
I can't.
with that move
You're
right there.
You're not wrong.
I'm your muse. I was your muse for Uncut Gems.
I hate that video.
I don't even know what that is, but
Wow.
It's a movie. Josh Safdie.
That was a good one. You and Greg, you got to get on TikTok.
Come on, man.
I don't have to get on TikTok. I will not
That's
get on
really good.
TikTok.
That's really good.
There's someone in another room in my house who can for sure hear me yelling. I'm not going to get on TikTok. Who's watching TikTok? I can only imagine. So,
She
but no.
can't hear you because she's running after hills. I love that. That I was listening to that. There was a TikTok playing that Kate Hill song, and somebody at my house.
You
was
mean
like,
Kate Bush?
No, that's
from
Reggie
Stranger
Bush.
Things.
Yeah,
It's Kate Bush. She's running
It's
up the
Reggae
hill.
Bush.
Ooh.
One of the best ESPN commercials of all time.
No, best one of all time is LT in the mailroom when he's like. And then once his name comes in, he reaches in, he's like, "None of these are mine."
Honestly, I think the best. I always reference this because it's so unknown. One of the best ever is just Jerry Stackhouse sitting there laughing. He's just dying laughing, and he just looks at Trey Wingo and goes, "Nah, man, for real, what's your name?" he goes, "It's Trey Wingo." And then he just starts laughing right in his face again, and that's it. That's the whole commercial. There's like 3 words.
ESPN was so
Those
good
were
back
so
in the day.
good.
Oh,
So good back
man.
in the day.
Probably the best thing Landon Donovan ever did was the copier one.
I was about to say that's a good one.
When it's like broken and he kicks it and like a yellow card comes out. And he like puts his hand up and a red card comes out. He's like, "Come on."
Dude, this is Sports Center commercials. Like, obviously, you have the Hall of Fame ones, like there it is. You have the Hall of Fame ones of like John Clayton, the one with the ponytail.
The Slayer one.
That's a great one. But that one, the Landon Donovan one, is very solid. Very solid.
Or just
it's
like
so ridiculous.
What's his name's about to take the elevator and the New Jersey Devils in there. He's like going up and he's like,
I'll take the next one.
Ever see the Oregon Duck one where he's just sitting, he looks out, and all the ducks just sitting on the pond, and he just like turns and just like shakes his head.
It's so good.
All right, about
dude.
halfway through Ready to Rumble, watch 7 compilations of the ESPN as like a little. It's like a commercial of commercials
Yeah.
or commercial of that movie.
But they're good
Exactly.
commercials, so
Yes,
you don't want to miss
You'll
them.
like them. It's like the Super Bowl before they started putting everything on the internet days before.
Oh,
it came
hate
out.
that.
It's
Hate
the
that.
worst part about Super Bowl
It's
commercials
like when
now.
somebody texts you like the draft pick before it happens too.
I
Ugh.
hate. First of all, I have to literally. I unfollow Woj and
Oh, no,
Shams and all
Woj
those-
was the
so
absolute
lame.
worst.
It's
He was
lame.
even on the show, on the ESPN show, he was saying the picks before they were going up there. Like, what's the point of having the show if that's what you're just gonna give all the picks away?
It's stupid. It makes no reason to watch.
The
Yeah, it
point
was
of watching the draft is to see who's getting picked. Having someone announce it before the commissioner of the league goes up there is the most annoying thing ever.
Correct.
It's
It's
so
awful.
dumb. And
It's
yeah,
awful.
I don't know who's like. I know there's one person that's for it, and
There's no way there's anyone out there that dumb. No way.
Well, that person was watching. The person you're referencing. Let's talk about what coverage they were watching. They were watching the Bleacher Report NFL draft coverage. Like,
who watches Bleacher Report?
I don't know, but that's not
Are they a
even
friend of the
that's,
program, Chris.
I have no idea. That's, but that's like that. You're not even watching like ESPN or NFL Network. Like you were watching some random like amazing that's where you got the who's the pick? Who's the guy that stinks?
Woj?
No, the guy who they
Jalen
picked.
Reagor.
There it is.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Ugh. Ugh.
That led to an absolute meltdown, which is what my next picks will probably lead to. I'm taking Rebecca Peterson minus 110, and I'm also taking Pana Udvardy minus 170, putting them together plus 203 coming back. So I'm sure I'll hate myself for doing that when I lose those picks. But does anybody have anything else in tennis?
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
All right, well,
All
let's-
of us.
Then we'll go around the horn. Matt, you go first.
Anj Jabeur minus 800. And
Okay.
Elena Rybakina plus 240. Put them together plus 283.
Okay. Mark.
I'm actually.
Futures.
Oh, hold on. Matt, give me your futures.
Anj Jabeur plus 125. Tatiana Maria. Bust it down, Tatiana. Plus 3,300 to win it all.
Plus 3,300. Mark.
I'm on the other side. I'm on Simona Halep at -4, minus 115, and also put her on my card at minus 300 as well. And then I'm going to go into the futures, and I'm going to take Simona Halep to win it all at plus 105.
Plus 105.
Yep.
Mike.
Yeah, I'm on Rybakina plus 240. And then I'm on Tatiana Maria plus 6, minus 130. I think she's already beaten some big names like Ostapenko and Sakari. I think she can keep this one close.
Well, this all
Plus
comes
6,
back to there's 4 people there, and one of them has to win.
What was the future for Rybakina to win?
Future's bright if she does. I mean, she endorsement deals,
Oh, I'll take
Super Bowl
Rybakina.
commercials.
Rybakina plus 550, Greg.
Elena Rybakina outright.
You know what people
Plus
should do? They should be like, oh, like, check out our new, say you rep a company like Mountain Dew. Be like, click on this to see Mountain Dew's newest Super Bowl commercial before it airs during the Super Bowl. So everyone goes to that link, clicks it, watches it. You know, it's hamsters riding around on ATVs and stuff. Like, it's like pretty cool.
Yes, your classic. Your absolute classic.
Yeah. So, and it's just like, oh, Mountain Dew, feel the rush, Baja Blast. And then, so you watch that and you're like, oh, like that's pretty cool. Like, that's fine. Or you just put it out on TikTok so people use at least run into it on TikTok. And then when the Super Bowl comes around, you're like, Mountain Dew, just don't pay that bill that it's actually going to play like during the Super Bowl. Save some advertising money. Hot Rod Hamster. Yeah, see, Hot Rod Hamsters. That's a good children's book. Everyone go check it out. Sponsored by Mountain Dew.
Wow.
But yeah, so and then just don't pay the millions to have it. Then people are like, who watch TikTok are like, whoa, what happened to Hot Rod the Hamster during the commercial? I never saw it. And then people are talking about it while they're drinking Mountain Dew around the water cooler in the morning.
Yeah.
What is going on?
I understand your point, but
We should call it marketing instead of marketing.
Jesus Christ. My last picks in tennis: Quarantine Mutet -145, Dominic Thiem -135. Put them together +194. Does that close us out there?
Yeah.
Who?
I left. I'm in the challenger.
I know.
I'm in the challenger.
Gross.
During the biggest week in tennis, you're in the challenger.
You gotta find ways to pick. Yeah, find picks, dude.
You
we got
had
6
double
sports
the
this
amount of
week.
picks as all of us last week, and you did not find the picks or winners.
Not my problem. And also, the streak was broken. 2 weeks of winning. Now we're back to losing.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
we're getting our way out of it.
Can we get, what was it, 19 weeks? Can we get to 19 again?
Let's hope not. I pray, because that'll be deep in the next season of the show and into football season. Yeah. I don't want that. I can't do that. But listen, I can't. Not again.
You
Never
certainly
again.
could.
I mean, I definitely could. All day, Matt, for some reason, me saying never again or I can't do that triggered scrubs for me. And I've just been walking around my house calling my kids cabbage. I don't know why. I just keep doing it. It makes no sense.
It's super weird, dude.
Well,
you have problems, sir. See a doctor.
That's kids are looking at you so confused. They have no idea.
Old young MC.
To be fair, we were reading a book. It's like my first words, and it's pictures. And one of the pictures was a cabbage. So that's what triggered it initially.
Hot rod cabbage.
I thought it was gonna be my first cabbage.
They would just point to a picture and be like, "What's this? What's this?" So I'd just be reading them, and then cabbage comes. I don't like cabbage. Okay, so then I just called them cabbage the entire time.
So my first words was these kids in this
cabbage
book.
Isn't the first word in there.
I was like, are these kids on a cabbage farm? Like A for apple, B for banana, C for cabbage.
And then I almost sent you a video of Cabbage's ape impression, which is spot on. All right, well, does that close us out in tennis?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right, then let's move on to darts very quickly. All we have this week is the online live league. All the other lines on Bovada are currently future stuff that's coming down the pike. So, Matt, I guess I'll go to you first because I don't think Mike fell asleep. So
I'm here.
Nothing in darts for me this week.
Unreal. Mark?
I had a pick, but I don't want it anymore.
All right, fine. Don't put it in then. You're the one that's in third place, just barely ahead of me.
I don't want it anymore.
It's fine. Mark, give me your picks.
All right, I'm gonna.
Second?
I don't think so. I think technically you're in like fifth.
Why? You just said somebody was in.
I'm confused. I'm taking Chris Pallett.
You're confused.
You gotta give me their
-145.
Chris, well, you gotta give me their play because these guys play a ton.
This is the 4:30 match against Robert Owen. I'd like to wake up with that win.
I'm gonna be honest with you, fella. That guy's name is David.
Yeah, I'm confused.
What did I say?
Chris.
He said Chris.
Dude, there's not even a Chris on the screen over here.
I was gonna say. All right.
Well, technically, producer Chris is on the screen.
I am very confused.
That's what I was about to say.
I'm still recovering.
We'll throw David Pallett on your card. Mike, do you actually have any?
Yeah, I'll take Connor Hennahan -150 against Gavin Carlin.
Give me Gavin Carlin against Colin Henrahan.
Mike, what were the odds?
-150.
-150.
And I'll take Connor Hennahan -179 against Andy Jenkins.
Give me Andy Jenkins over Colin Heffernan.
I don't know if Matt's serious or...
Yeah, put it on my card.
All right.
Related to Doug Heffernan.
Who else you got, Mike?
That was it.
Give me Gary Valentine against Doug Heffernan.
Gavin is +114. And then Andy is plus... I lost it. Andy's +134. So,
Mike, is that a Dodgers hat?
Huh? I saw it on TikTok and I bought it. It is a Dodgers hat.
You are a sellout.
I mean, it's the worst.
It is a Dodgers hat.
I understand.
Is that an Alabama jersey?
Yeah.
Oh, did you wear it because
Colin
the Grateful
Sexton.
Dead sing that song Alabama Getaway?
No, they didn't. He did not do that.
No. Alabama Getaway, Getaway. I've seen it live a few times.
I'll give my picks out real quick and then we can move on. Robert Thornton versus Connor Hennahan +105 coming off the win at the Senior Darts match play. Robert Owen versus Andy Jenkins, minus 154. The Robert parlay, plus 238. Matt Edgar versus John Van Veen, even money. And Nathan Gervin versus Cannon Whitehead, minus 175. Those two together, plus 214.
Cannon Whitehead.
Good in darts.
Conan
I'm
Whitehead.
going to say it's a pretty cool name.
Coneheads?
If only.
Beldar?
If only.
Isn't his name Beldar in that?
It is Beldar,
Okay.
I think.
We had a discussion the other day, and someone tried to say it was Zeldar, and I was
You guys
like,
are
I
talking
think
about cone heads?
Yeah, we were before bed.
Okay.
We had a big Coneheads discussion before bed.
It's just
Incredible.
Needless to say, I ended up in the other room that night. I was on the couch.
I'll be honest. I envision a lot of different things coming on in terms of like topics and different things that get touched on the show. You telling me that you had a long conversation about cone heads within the last 24 to 48 hours
About Beldar specifically, too. Yeah, man. What was the alien's name in Mike? I think you might know it, in Fairly Odd Parents. He had a pretty close name.
Alien.
Remember? He was like a punk alien that ran away from home.
There's only one thing I remember from Fairly Odd Parents.
This guy?
Was it Frankie Muniz?
No.
Was it Mitchell Musso? No, he wasn't in that.
What is it?
This guy's name's Mark.
Mark Chang.
Mark Chang. What? That wasn't even close to Beldar.
There was
What a ridiculous comparison.
Mark Chang.
Now
I think that was
look
the
up what
fake
this thing
name.
looks like.
He's a green alien.
As soon as I saw the name, though, it immediately triggered. I know exactly who that is.
Yeah. He's a green alien.
There's only one thing. Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, Mark Chang. Yeah, with the open brain head.
The only thing I remember from that show is the I like to make a motion. It's so dumb. It's the only thing I
The best is the shiny teeth in me. How do you not remember that?
That was a good episode.
Yeah.
Chip Skylark.
Chip Skylark.
Yeah.
Mike, give us a rendition of My Shiny Teeth in Me.
My shiny teeth that sparkle just like the stars in space.
There's
You like that?
Nickelodeon has a copyright on that.
You like that? Did I hit it?
Stopped.
On average, how many times do you brush your teeth a week? I bet I have under 5.
Me?
I can smell your breath through the camera.
Oh,
No
me?
wonder your camera's always fuzzy.
Oh my god.
It's your tartars from your teeth just all over the camera.
Well, while we figure out the betting line and what the price is on Mike and his teeth brushing, let's move on to soccer.
It's one unit.
Is it one? You're betting one unit on it. A lot going on in the world of soccer, specifically just the MLS, if we're being perfectly honest. But transfer windows are open. People are getting moved all over the place. People are requesting trades. Things are going like crazy. But, Mark, I'll start with you in soccer.
I'm going to go to an old classic. First half draw in the United Union game at plus 131.
What?
Now Mike will not open his mouth per the producer Chris. Ugh. Look at all that gingivitis.
You said first half draw, Mark?
I did. Plus 131. So, in
I
Mike's
can
teeth.
see your cavities from here, Mike.
Oh, I do have a lot of cavities in my day. That is a fact.
Yeah, because you literally eat Skittles. Actually, there was a story where Mike brushed his teeth with like Vaseline for like a week. or not Vaseline, Neosporin, because it comes in like a similar tube. Mike, for like a week or two straight,
Oh my God.
he was 23.
No
and
way.
He literally just brushed his teeth.
This guy is spreading lies. He's just making up stories.
Slander.
We used to call him Neosporin mouth.
I'm also in that Union game. I have the Union. Who's dropping?
Mark fell.
My chair just dropped and no one saw it. But
I'm in the Union, but I'm on the Union minus 135.
It's minus
I'm also-
140, Greg. I'm on that as well.
Can you tell me what that and the LAFC line is together?
Yeah. LAFC against the Galaxy?
Yeah.
Yes. The LAFC is minus 120 with that
knew
minus
that.
140 plus 214.
Plus 214. So I have both of those on there. The Union, LAFC minus 120 against the Galaxy, and then those two together plus 214. Matt, where you're Mike, you said you're on that? The Union,
No.
that is?
I'm in the Union, minus 140, yeah.
Okay. Then, Matt, I'll go to you.
I'm riding the hot hand. The Whitecaps, baby, plus 130 over Minnesota United. The battle for the Canadian border. That's what I'm calling this one.
Yeah.
I like it.
Okay.
Is Minnesota on the border to Canada?
I don't think so.
I'm on the Whitecaps as well. Team
Are
Canada.
you playing like seven like teen weeks ahead? D 'em up.
No.
Yes.
Minnesota
that far
touches
away?
Canada, Greg.
Minneapolis does. The state does. I'm thinking
Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Yeah, no.
Gordon Bombay.
Yeah.
What team do you play for? Michael Ruzioni. I play for the United States of America.
Plus 130 on that for both you guys, right?
Sure.
All right. Jesus Christ. Mike, what else do you have in soccer?
Yeah, I'm on Atlanta United, minus 105 against Austin FC.
Minus 105. I'm also on Atlanta United, minus 105. I'm them and the Seattle Sounders versus the Timbers, minus 110. Those two together, plus 273.
I just assume Joseph Martinez is still there scoring a million goals.
He is.
Even though he's only played like 10 games this year, but still.
He actually scored a goal that I didn't like over the past week in a game because I picked against them. He tied a game. Then they immediately gave up a goal. So
I thought you meant like you didn't
That'll
like the
happen.
style. It was like it was with strong.
yeah, no. I wasn't a fan of how he kicked it.
Yeah.
He towed it. He was a toe ball. You can break your toe that way, guys.
What a loser.
Absolutely. Mark, anything else in soccer?
I'm on NYCFC at minus 155 against the New England Revolution. One of the best teams in the Eastern Conference. And the City football family's got a lot of good things going on.
Defending champions
What does that
in the
mean?
MLS, correct?
The City,
Yes.
yes. They're
They
part
go
of
by the city too, like Golden State.
No, like Man City. The owners of Man City, they own a bunch of teams all over in a bunch of different leagues, and they're all just called something City.
A-League, Melbourne City.
Melbourne City, Man City,
Shout out the A-League.
NYCS,
True.
New York City.
Soccer shitty.
What, do you have any other picks in it before you
Yeah,
you
give me
blast
Timber.
it?
Yeah, give me Timbers plus 295 against the Sounders. This is the battle for Oregon. Then, give me Atlanta United to lose to Stone Cold Steve Austin FC plus 265.
Plus 265.
And I have exact score 3-16 plus 70,000.
I'm not taking that one. I should because it's a loss, but
Oh,
I'm not taking it. I can score 16 goals. I'm not wasting my time with it.
All right, let's not waste Greg's time while he types out 4 letters in his text message and then sends everything to Mike, who can't do math.
whoa.
Can't track it correctly either, which is shocking.
Excel does it for me.
Mike, do you have anything else?
Yeah, my last pick is the FC Dallas plus 185 over the Dynamo. I'm going with the Buckets' favorite guy, Paul Arriola.
I hate Paul Arriola.
He'll be on the plane to Qatar.
He will, but I hope
stinks,
not.
But he will be.
He will be, but I hope he doesn't see the field.
Yeah.
I almost thought you were going to say he'll be on the podcast because you brought up the bucket.
No.
And I was going to say, how dare you?
No, never that.
Paul Arriola can come on the podcast.
Yeah, if Paul wants to come on,
Anytime.
that's fine.
Yeah,
Open invite.
Sure, bring that nipple guy on here. That's fine.
It was almost a guarantee when that came up that that's where that was going. All right, is everybody done in soccer? Mark,
I got one more. I'm going with
All right, one more.
Montreal, CF Montreal against Sporting Kansas City at minus 120.
Minus 120 for you. My last picks in soccer are in the Brazil Serie A. I'm going back to the Atletico Mineiro, minus 140. And I'm going Curitiba versus Juventude plus 105. Put those two together, plus 251.
The wrestler?
No, not the wrestler. Even though he just got unmasked at the most recent pay-per-view. It was a hair versus mask match, him and Chris Jericho. So
They were going to unmask Chris Jericho's hair?
Cut it.
no, they're going to cut his hair.
That's too much of his life.
It's a lot of drama.
Trivia question, what's the name of his rock band?
Fozzie?
Yeah. What's the name of the bear from the Muppets?
Fozzie.
What's the name of the bird from Sesame Street?
Big Bird?
All right, let's go.
Thank God you quizzed me on that. I don't know where I would have been had I not been able to give out that information. Let's
I haven't done trivia in a while, man. I need to get back to trivia.
All right, you work on finding a place that does Quizzo, and let's move on to the
There's
UFC.
a place Wednesday nights at the bar down the street.
Yeah, same with me. Same with mine.
Yeah.
Listen, fellas, you want to pick a new day? Pick a new day. I don't care.
Friday at 7.
That would rock. What?
Honestly, I have nothing. That's fine. Friday at 7 works for me.
I'm out
Daily
on that.
show, 2 to 3. Everyone's taking PTO every single day.
I feel like we couldn't keep that up.
No way.
But we are in the world of mixed martial arts. Big pay-per-view over the weekend. People call champions winning by decision boring.
Unbelievable takes.
Yeah, crazy takes. But we saw Israel Adesanya defend his title and find potentially a new challenger in Alex Pereira. And then we also saw Max Holloway fall for a third time to it's escaping my mind. Alexander Volkanovski. There we go.
Did Adesanya say if anyone was in that urn?
I don't believe he brought it up. Matt's referencing Adesanya walking out to the Undertaker's theme music along with dressing like the Undertaker and carrying an urn. Would have been better if he had a Paul Bearer impersonator with him, but
we know one. We know one.
We do know one.
We do. Listen, I am taking bookings. I am taking bookings whenever, wherever. Me as Paul Bearer, I would have gladly accompanied the last style bender to the octagon.
If you don't show up next week as Paul Bearer, then
and I have the Kane costume still.
We could.
He literally has an entourage.
We have the Brothers of Destruction entourage. We could have done it.
We have to find the picture and tweet it at Israel Adesanya. I'm like, hey, buddy.
We have an
idea, guys.
Listen, reach out. We're here to walk out with you. That's just the way it's going to work.
Damn. Oh man, that thing is hot too. I can't imagine it's cold at UFC arena. All right, we're gonna do it.
You meant the suit.
I am talking about the suit.
I thought you meant the urn at first. I was very confused.
I'm not gonna be inside the urn, Mike. The urn's like this big. I'm not gonna be
to be fair, the urn's also super glued shut, so there's no way to get you in there to begin with. I have the urn. It's in the other room, though. I will bring it next week for reference. So
unbelievable.
Ridiculous. Well, start us off, Mark, in the UFC.
I'm going with another one that I feel like we take all the time. Give me Kennedy and Njoku at minus 140.
I'm sorry. Which pit is this? I'm on the Bovada app. Is this fight night or is this Pena versus Nunez too?
No, it's the fight night. Dos Anjos versus Fazayev. I'm
All
on the opposite side of that pick that Mark just gave out. I'm on Carl Roberson plus 115. Mike, anything in the UFC?
Yeah, I'm just going to start off with Michael Johnson plus 195. I don't know how he's still in the UFC. He's been there forever. I feel like he loses every fight, but I'm always going to have to bet on him. Fan favorite.
Of which fans?
UFC fans. Just Bleed fans.
All right, I'm going to take Sadio Cub, Kakramanov, plus 115. Honestly, that name, Kakramanov, just reminds me of Harry Potter. Makes me think of the guys from Durmstrang Academy, Victor Krum, and those guys. Shout out to this Kakramanov is probably a Death Eater, if I had to guess.
He went to Durmstrang for sure.
Yeah.
Said Yokub.
I'm also, just an insane alley that the show takes with ridiculous stuff like that.
Actually,
Harry Potter.
We'll talk about this next week. I saw something about alleys and avenues and boulevard, like that. They defined it. I think it was Bert Kreischer who tweeted it. It was kind of like all of those things, like defined like a boulevard. Like it's usually a boulevard if it has like trees lining the streets and it's next to a major highway. We'll talk about it next week. We'll get into boulevard talk.
You can make
week.
A map for us. I get it.
Yeah.
No, we cannot. I would not take that map.
I'm also on Michael Johnson, Mike, for the record, plus 195.
I literally went to college. I have a degree in maps. Went to college for maps. Give me census data.
Nobody wants census data. But if we're going to talk about things we've done on the podcast before, I'm on Courtney Casey plus 150, taking on Antonina Shevchenko. the aforementioned name merchant. The reaction just flat out. I mean, you had to know it was coming if you saw the card, Mark.
I did. I'm on the same pick, and I was gonna call her a name merchant.
Oh no! My apologies.
No, it's okay. My jokes are usually terrible and don't work. And
no, I mean, listen, I stole that from you. That's my apologies.
No, it's cool. Antonina Shevchenko. She has a better sister. So I'm not going to explain it to the listeners again. I'm not.
Matt and Mike have God.
Oh no.
We do not have a better brother.
Nope. No, you don't. No, you don't. God damn it. That would have been perfect. Well, regardless. Mark, what is your next pick outside of Courtney Casey?
I was going to parlay those two together, Kennedy and Courtney at plus 329.
All right. And Kennedy and Chakwu.
He was minus 140.
Casey. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Casey plus 3 what?
29.
329. Mike, what's your next one in the UFC?
Yeah, I'm on Cynthia Calvillo, minus 154 against Nina Ansaroff. Nina Nunez. She hasn't won since before she had a kid, since like 2019, 2018. So I think Calvillo would take her out pretty easily.
I'm also on Cynthia Calvillo. Been big on her for a very long time.
Yeah.
So. Mike or Matt, your next one.
Nurmagomedov minus 315 and Kakramanov put together that's plus 183. It's the name merchant parlay pack.
I thought when you said put together, you were going to say Nurmagomedov, Kakramanov is one name for some reason. I don't know.
I probably would have done Nurmagomedov, Reganov.
Right. Yeah.
You gotta mix them in together.
What did you say the odds were? Trying to see.
For what?
Forever in our favor, dude.
I was asking that for the parlay
Forever
odds.
grateful, dude.
I hate you.
Freaking love the dead. See this urn?
I'm in it.
He loved Yeti coolers. That's why he's in a Yeti.
Did you say plus 165?
183.
183. Plus 183. I feel like I'm so tired of taking losses, picking against those, like the Nurmagomedovs and those types of things. But I saw too much conversation about the greatest family in the history of mixed martial arts that I just can't. Douglas Silva de Andrade, guy has stone hands, plus 245.
I mean,
what family is he a part of? The Gracies? The Von Erichs?
No, not the aforementioned Von Erichs, unfortunately. Shout out the Von Erichs, but no. The Nurmagomedovs, Matt.
Oh, I thought you meant Silva de Andrade was part of the greatest fighting family.
No, I did not mean that. I did mean Saeed Nurmagomedov and Umar Nurmagomedov, and obviously Khabib Nurmagomedov.
You think he'll ever fight again?
No.
I don't think so.
Yeah, he's one of those guys that feels like when he walked away, he just walked away. I don't know if they could throw him enough money because I don't think it matters.
I don't think he cares.
Yeah. 29-0, one away from 30. Probably would have gotten it. You never know. Never got that real fight with Tony Ferguson when Tony Ferguson was in his prime.
Maybe that should be Mike's. That should be Mike's first fight.
Khabib?
Mike versus Khabib in Bellator. Not even in the UFC.
Mike would lose to the bear Khabib used to wrestle when he was a kid.
I would get absolutely smoked.
I mean, the bear was a baby bear. I feel like you at 25 wrestling like a 6-month-old bear cub.
I would
probably
100%
have a
take
chance.
I'd take the bear cub.
I think I'm taking the bear cub.
He'd put him in the bear claw. That's what I'm calling a special move. He'd put him in the bear claw. What's your guys' favorite donut?
Not that
I like French crullers.
I do like French crullers.
Crullers?
French
crowler?
I mean, just a chocolate glazed donut. Never, you can't go wrong. Like
you can always go get a nice beignet too, though.
That's not a donut, though.
Yeah, we're talking donuts, not just overall pastries.
Yeah, and I'm not even talking like. There's so many of those places like Duck Donuts, Federal Donuts. Like those aren't even.
Say all the local donut shops.
Yeah.
Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah, like Dunkin's Toy Chest.
If only.
The Wet Bandits.
A hot donut is good. I like a hot donut.
Solid. Hot donut is solid. Mike, anything else in the UFC?
Is a bear claw a donut?
I would think a bear claw is a donut.
I think it would be.
Is the Boston cream a donut?
Yeah, it's a donut.
Yeah.
So would be like a filled croissant be considered it? No,
I'm seeing bear claw is more of a pastry.
Well, first of all, you just said bear claw, not a pastry.
I would
it's
agree
donut.
with that.
First of all, a croissant and donut are two completely different things. So you can't, like, once you say a filled croissant, like, I can't put a bacon, egg, and cheese in a croissant and call it a savory donut.
A bear claw is a Danish. It's a sweet pastry. It's a Danish.
I don't care what freaking country it's from.
Oh, dude, sweet Danish. Doesn't matter, Mike.
Yeah.
It's a Grateful Dead episode. I was trying to make a dumb Grateful Dead fan reference. I don't know.
Oh, wow.
I have no idea. We're getting late in the show.
Tresean Gore minus 145.
Tresean Gore minus 145 for you.
And then I have a parlay before the main event. We'll get through them here. Ricky Turcios minus 197. Kyle Barajo minus 230, and I'm on Saeed Nurmagomedov minus 315, and that comes back at plus 185.
Plus 185 for you there.
Yes.
I mean, just ridiculous.
Gotta get some winners.
Anybody else outside of the UFC or outside of the main event on this card?
No, I'm all done.
Nope.
All right. Then let's go into the main event. The main event is Rafael Dos Anjos, former champion, plus 185, taking on Rafael Fiziev, who's minus 230 on Bovada coming back. Mike, I'll start with you.
Yeah, Zaev's a dog, but RDA's faced absolute killers in there, as you said, former champion. I'm going to take that value every day of the week, plus 185 RDA.
I'm also an RDA.
I think it's great value.
That exact reason, it's worth the price, plus 185.
Exactly.
Mark, anything in the main event?
No, I'm all done on UFC.
All right. Matt, anything on the main event?
Fiziev.
Minus 230?
Outright.
Well, that's okay. Minus 230 for you there. All right, so that closes out MMA and the UFC. Let's go to golf very quickly. Matt, you did dominate golf last week with your picks on the Live Tour. You are a Live guy. Our Live guy on the show. But we are back in, well, I guess it's a PGA sort of World Tour event, the Scottish Open. That's where all my picks are, so I assume that's where everybody else's is.
Correct.
Not the Barbasol Championship or the Senior Players Championship. So, Mark, I'll start with you.
I like John Rahm outright, plus 1,400. John Rahm came out and said that St. Andrews, if he, next week would be the biggest win in golf history. For whoever wins it. So I like the confidence out of Jan Rahm.
Why is that the biggest win in golf history?
Because it's 150 years of Open Championship at St. Andrews, home of golf. I don't know. It's
so that's better than the 150 or 149 or 151, 152. Can you just say every year is the biggest year?
No, because it's not there every year. It's at a different place every year.
I think it's because it's at St. Andrews for 150.
For 150, yeah.
So it's been played there 150 times.
Incorrect.
No.
So it's getting even worse. I thought it was played there 150 times. So this is just because it's 150 and it's at St. Andrews. It's the biggest win ever.
For a big golf guy, you don't really know a lot about how
that's
golf
pretty.
works.
Yeah.
I play it and don't play it well. You think I know?
That's true. You sent us a scorecard with only 8 holes on it.
It's true. I did.
What'd you give up?
Shot a 96.
That's pretty.
To be fair, he didn't keep the actual score. Someone else did. So
true. To be fair,
I would never.
We got our
never
match
mention
next
that
week.
person. Oh well.
Match next week.
I'm sure it's.
Some would say it's Sharky's year, but not this year.
No one would do that.
Let's check. It's never Sharky's year.
Coming off of your John Rahm pick, Mark, I do have a 3 chances. John Rahm, Justin Thomas, Colin Morikawa plus 450. I also have Morikawa top 20 minus 105.
I'm on that. I'm on that Morikawa pick, and I'm on Max Homa top 20 finish plus 160.
Max Homa top 20 plus 160. Matt, anything in golf?
Yeah, give me top 20 finish, John Rahm minus 225. Top 10 finish, John Rahm plus 115. Top 5 finish, John Rahm plus 225.
So what was that? The top 10 was what now?
Minus 2 or plus 115 was top 10.
Plus 115, and then John Rahm top 5 was plus 225.
Yes.
All right.
You just slandered John Rahm.
I mean, it's just
calling this the biggest tournament ever, and then you're gonna ride with them heavy.
I think this is the reverse DM up.
Yeah, this is weird. It's weird,
dude. It's St. Andrews. Well,
it's not St. Andrews. It's the Scottish Open.
This is the Scottish Open. This is
next week. The one we were talking about is next week? Are you kidding? Then why does that matter for this week?
That was Mark's logic. I don't know.
Ask Mark about his logic. I don't know.
What the hell did you just do to me?
It was so worth it for that, though. It's so worth it.
I thought that was this week. I was like, all right, 150 years, whatever.
It's next week.
I just think he's locked in. I think he's locked in.
So
absolutely,
he's gonna go back to a week before. He's
gonna go back.
You're
to
the
back.
worst. You're the worst.
What's your next pick?
Top Danish player, Thorbjorn Olesen at plus 280. We like the Danishes, clearly. The bear claws that are Danishes and / donuts. I like Olesen. That's my favorite Danish.
You said plus 280, right?
Yeah. Oh, I should probably write all the rest of them down.
Or take a picture. Either one will work. I actually have Cam Smith, top Australian player, plus 175 for it. So, just going based off of he's clearly the best Australian player on tour right now. So might as well. What? Go ahead. Go ahead. The guy who just doesn't know what tournament's actually going on.
All right, mate. No. Who'd you pick?
Cam Smith.
All right, give me Cam Smith at a hole-in-one plus 8,000.
That's okay. All right.
He's the best Australian guy on the tour.
Mike, what's your next pick?
I mean, that is a line.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's Cam Smith at hole-in-one plus 8,000 is a line. He is not lying there.
Okay. Apparently, you're in the weeds of Bovada. I like it.
Right, and give me Scotty Scheffler plus 8,000 for a hole-in-one.
Wow.
And Morikawa.
I mean,
you said you want to get your way back, and it seems like you're just handing out.
If
that
just
all
needs
plus
one.
8,000.
That's true.
But yes, one hits. That's 80 units.
Wow.
2 hits. That's
Look at
1,600 units.
Okay, I was going to give you credit for the math.
He had you in the first half.
It's bad. It's good math by you. Good.
What happened to the Phillies game, Greg? I saw you peek at the TV.
Double play, Nick Castellanos.
Yeah. Not good.
Nice play, Nick.
Not in the way you think. I'm also on. Yes. I'm on Cantley top 20 minus 120. Will Zalatoris top 20 minus 105 as well. Mike, what's your next one?
I'm on Victor Hovland top 20 finish plus 110. And then Morikawa 20 matchup over Sam Burns minus 125 to close me out.
You said 20 matchup?
Yep.
And plus 105, right?
Minus 125 for the 20
Minus
matchup.
125. Sorry. Okay, Mark, anything else in golf?
Yeah, I just found this one. Win the Scottish / win the Open, John Rahm, 22,500. That's 225 units. No.
Yeah, of course it is.
That's 22,000 units. I don't remember.
22,500 units.
Correct.
I mean, if that hits, I'm quitting the show. Just so we're all aware.
I would not make another pick again. I don't think.
I mean, well, yeah, that's fine. I guess.
I'd have to. I would go nuts though. I could just make whatever picks I want.
It wouldn't matter. I'm taking.
Yeah, because you're putting a lot of strategy behind these other picks. I can just pick whatever.
It's like Greg's picks every week.
I'm taking Patrick Reed to miss the cut plus 100. Keegan Bradley to miss the cut plus 160, and then my last pick I have 2, but all to make the cut: John Rahm, Matt Fitzpatrick, Xander Schauffele minus 105. Anything else in golf, Matt?
All to make cut: Rahm, Thomas, Schauffele minus 115. Then I had top South American player Nyman plus 180. I'll send you a screenshot. And then
What was that plus 190?
Sure, yeah.
180.
180. Okay.
All right. Yeah, then I think I don't see a winning margin on here on the BovadaSportsApp.com.
You can do Control F.
Here we go. You can't do Control F on a phone.
Okay. Well, some people have multiple screens.
Not on a phone.
Go ahead, give me your pick.
Winning margin, playoff plus 350. Will there be a hole in one? Yes, minus 250. I like my odds.
That is
Are you
pretty
taking
good.
that?
Yeah.
All right. Will there be a hole in one? Minus 250.
Hold on. I gotta add. I gotta add someone.
This guy
Okay.
stinks.
Okay. So I'm adding this guy plus 10,000. Rasmus Højgaard to hit a hole in one, and I'm adding Henrik Stenson plus 10,000 to hit a hole in one.
So they're both plus 10,000.
Yeah, dude. It's gonna happen.
If this happens, I mean,
I'm also quitting.
Yeah,
It'll be another quit.
It's gonna be Matt and Mark next week on the show. Like
Up 400 units.
The greatest episode of all time. All right, then let's move in to the weekly challenge. We will pick the Scottish Open. We'll do the outright winner. Mark, you're in last in that competition, so I'll let you go first.
Are we eliminating top anyone under 2,000, anything like that?
Yeah, we'll do that.
Anybody
That's fine.
under
Those anybody under plus 2,000.
All right, give me Tommy Fleetwood at plus 4,000, and also add it to my card.
Tommy Fleetwood plus 4,000, also on your card. Mike, we'll go to you.
Victor Hovland plus 4,000, and you add it to my card.
I'm so.
It's all right. You good? You stole Brooks last week.
I know. That's why I gave you the opportunity this week.
I'll take Hovland. You can put it on my card. Plus 4,000.
He's on. That's my last pick. He's on my card on there as well. But Matt, I'll go to you while I try to figure out who I'm going to take now.
Yeah, me too. So I do have one more hole in one. Podridge Harrington plus 10,000. You got to put Podridge there. This is his home country. So I'm taking Patty Harrington plus 10,000 for a hole in one.
He's Irish.
This is St. Andrews.
No, it's also in Scotland.
Is it Kruller?
I dislike you.
So give me Tyrrell Hatton on my board as well, plus 4,000.
Tyrrell Hatton plus 4,000 and plus 4,000 on the challenge. I'll close it out. I'm going to end up taking for the actual challenge itself. Man, I don't know. Give me, you know what? I don't want to go too out of the box. So, okay, I think that's going to get us a copyright strike. I'm going to go. Maybe
what, for birds?
I don't know. Well, maybe is it hummingbirds? I'm gonna take Patrick Cantlay plus 2,500 and also put it on the card. So that's I'm not thrilled that Mike stole my pick, but I knew that I knew it was gonna happen as soon as you took him like top 20 or whatever. So not happy about it, but it is what it is. I'll ride with Patrick Cantlay. He's been pretty good all season. So that is the episode for the week. Fellas, great time. Chris, thank you for joining as always and helping us out. You can obviously find the show, the video version, youtube.com/theunderdog. Turns out we didn't need to see in it, which was a nice thing to learn. So that's in there. Thank you to everybody who's been watching on there. We love seeing the views, love seeing the comments. It's been great. Follow us on Twitter at BettorsTheLight. You'll see a picture of me as Paul Bear, I'm sure, at some point. Outside of that, fellas, let's go win some bets.